Welcome back, audience, to How Good Was It, where we review movies and shit, among other things. And usually we do the retro thing. We go back to movies from our past, but as we've been announcing on our social media and to all our friends, our families, and to all our enemies, and to people in the street, and to anybody who will give a listen, this is our Mission Impossible Extravaganza. Te, 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 te. That is a poor man's rendition of the theme because I don't want to include it in the editing because I'm just too lazy like that. But hello, Scott.
What is happening, June?
And hello, Joe AP.
Hey June, how's it going?
We're talking Dead Reckoning then. We're going to jump
Yeah,
into
of course.
Dead Reckoning.
Yeah. Yeah. So spoiler alert. We're going to
huge
review
spoilers.
Dead Reckoning now. So if you don't want to be spoiled, maybe jump ahead a little bit. We'll put in the show notes of when the next segment starts. So if you want to skip ahead, listen to the rest of the podcast, and then watch it and come back and then finish it, by all means.
We'll do our best to summarize and put timestamps and all that kind of good stuff. But I can't promise you anything because,
because that's work and we don't like to do a lot of work.
Yes, so that's why we do a podcast, because we don't
or just suck it up and just listen to the damn podcast.
That's another alternative.
It's not going to be a surprise, guys.
No, I don't think so.
Big surprise. Tom Cruise wins. All right, come on.
That took a couple ladies home with him. Yeah?
Yes.
Couple home and went to the grave, like a normal Impossible movie.
You already tell the ending.
Spoiler alert.
I'm starting to see similarities between this franchise and the Indiana Jones franchise.
Yeah, don't really care. He says he cares about his cohorts, but does he really care?
Well, he gave her a kiss though during the big opening day.
Of course,
like a goodbye kiss on the cheeks. Like,
of course,
it's so common.
When that scene happens, you knew she was gonna. You're like, oh yeah, she's gonna die.
Oh yeah, for sure. She's a goner. She's a goner. You know what? Let's not confuse our audience. Let's
get into it.
Let's go. So, Dead Reckoning, Mission Impossible. Let's get into it. We're gonna start with a little plot synopsis, and then followed by our critiques and our review. And then let's see what else happens after that. So let's go. Let's get this party started. Mission Impossible, which is what? The 7th installment,
Number 7,
right?
Yep.
My God, man.
Part 1.
7.
Number 7,
Part
Mission
1.
Impossible Dead Reckoning, Part 1.
Yes. Now, that's important because my wife didn't know. So the credits roll. She's like, Mission Impossible Part 1. Like, what are you talking about? Like I was like, yes.
But you know what? I'll give this movie credit because, Joe and I just saw Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, where we also didn't know, and it left you on a cliffhanger. And, it's like, oh, come on. You're not going to give us a little more. You're going to leave it like this. This movie, it almost ends like a regular film. Yeah, there is something else out there, but it's not like Tom Cruise is hanging off a cliff. Is he going to die? It's, okay, the next part's going to start. It's not... Yeah, you're not hanging on something at the end of it.
So before we go into the movie, can I just say this is the most the budget on this movie is by far was the most out of our 7.
Oh, makes sense.
I believe it.
$290 million budget.
Yeah, wow. It shows. It's a part of that though was because of the. I think it was because of the pandemic or something.
Yeah, I think so.
But still, it is a very high budget for any movie. But you could see where the money went for sure. It is a fantastic looking film. Cinematography, the shots, the locales, of course.
The locale, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They let you know they're in Venice. They're not fucking around. There's not green screen behind me. I'm right on the canal in Venice. They make sure that it's really scenic and beautiful.
June, weren't you just in Rome like 2 weeks ago?
Yes,
I was about to say that.
Are you in this movie, June? Are you Ving Rhames, June?
Yes.
Hold on.
you imagine the traffic in Rome is crazy.
You've revealed my AKA. I am a big burly black man. You did not know this.
A very unhealthy looking big black man.
Yes.
I
was. I was on my European vacation, and 2 weeks ago I was in Rome, my first time, and it was kind of fun revisiting. Both me and my wife were like, we were there, and we were there, and we remember that corner. So it was nice. If for the audience, if you've never been to Italy, you don't need to buy a ticket, just watch this movie. You're gonna get a nice tour
That
of
works for me.
Rome and Venice.
Of the three of us, I'm the one that's never been to Italy. So
But
yeah,
Well,
this is good enough
you
for
know
me.
what? After this movie, you could say you have.
Oh, okay.
No
but you
one
can
will be the wiser.
imagine all the traffic in Rome, how much people they had to clear out for this movie, for the shooting. I imagine that it's got to be crazy.
Well, speaking of, while we were there, and there was a scene on those famous steps in Rome, which of course my
Spanish
wife
Step.
pointed out. She was like, "Yes, the Spanish steps. Thank you." And that was like the first locale that my wife and I hit when we got there in the evening, and we got to the hotel. We dropped all our crap, and she was like, "Let's go venture." And that's the first place we visited. It was literally a few blocks from where we were staying,
Nice.
and there was a huge Mission Impossible display going on. Like some kind of promotion must have just finished because there was like a big stage set up. There were like, and I got mad because it looked like they gave away some free merch, and I was like, damn it. But but anyway, yeah. I mean, and then watching this movie today, it was like, whoa, we were just there.
They had the big opening in Rome, so that might be the reason that stage was there, preparing for the big opening.
I could imagine that. It looked like it was a big shindig right there at the bottom of the Spanish Steps, and we had just missed it because there was still a big crowd there. They were dispersing and left behind a huge mess for others to wade through, but beautiful nonetheless. Beautiful, beautiful. Italy is beautiful. Anyway, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning.
Synopsis, yeah. June, you want to do the synopsis? Because honestly, I don't remember this film.
My God, I saw this movie today, and you're still asking for trouble, Scott. You should know better than to ask me for any synopsis.
How about Joe?
I started off.
Oh, Joe, no,
I'll start it off.
You have to do a whole synopsis. We're doing a short synopsis to that.
Okay. Yeah. So the whole movie was about how AI is trying to take over the world.
The end.
The end. And the I guess the mission that was it started out with the American invent this machine. I thought it was Russian.
It was American.
Was it American?
Yep.
So I wasn't sure because in the
what was the machine's name again, Joe? I already forgot the name.
It's not the AI, the entity.
Well, that's what they kind of phrased it as the entity, which is kind of campy, but whatever. But it starts out in this submarine. The first we
correct
in the middle of the what is it, the Belgian Sea or something?
Bering Sea? I think it's the Bering
Sea.
The
Bering Sea.
Yeah. I was never much with geography, folks.
Yeah. And so this movie, the villain is a computer. It's not a person. It's the computer. It's the AI.
Yes, very much in keeping with the times and the current fears that we have with this whole AI thing that's happening as we speak in real time. And very smart.
Computer manipulation. Yeah.
Very smart of Cruise to tap into that fear.
Where's Tom Cruise? Because whatever that ends, it goes right to whatever Cruise is up to doing.
Well, it seems like
he's not in the field, right? He's out doing something.
No. The next scene was they were at the headquarters of where there's bunch of important people were talking about what's going on.
But before that, isn't there before that when we revisit Tom Cruise, there's a messenger going into this residency, and we have Ethan Hunt, who's Tom Cruise's character, and he's in the darkness. Now, I really gotta say, I like the way they introduced Ethan Hunt in this movie. In watching this franchise and this entire franchise in the space of a few days, to see Tom Cruise age with this character, and we see much like sort of like in the vein of the new Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny, where we're catching up with an older Indiana Jones, and it's a more jaded version. It's like Ethan Hunt isn't as, not that he was ever that happy-go-lucky, but compared to the first installment of this franchise, where he was a lot more not only cocky, energetic, but he was cocky. He was more sure of himself. He was ready to go. He was ready for action, and most importantly, more ready to prove himself.
Oh, and some shit's happened in the last since that first film. Yeah,
this is an Ethan Hunt that's gone through some shit. And I love the way they first introduce him in this movie. He steps out of the darkness to
Mhm.
receive a message
Just
from
receive
this
DoorDash.
messenger.
Isn't
Yeah.
it?
A
Wouldn't it
mission.
be
It
DoorDash,
was.
right?
Yeah, to get a pizza, basically. No, this guy,
So he
who
delivers
delivers the
some kind of
message.
a task, a message, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I guess he's
Yeah.
a new recruit for MIF.
Exactly.
The Impossible Mission Force. Yeah, he's a
Yes,
new
Mhm.
recruit for the Impossible Mission Force.
did I say I said MIF? IMF. I'm sorry. Yes. But yeah, so it was a great way to introduce Ethan Hunt in this movie. And yeah, he doesn't look too happy. He's been through a lot of shit. And he receives the instructions to his
To go-
latest mission, which
Go
is
find his girl.
yes. And
Oh, yes.
yes.
Wow, I'm
And
completely jump.
it's okay. Listen, yeah, half of the shit we're gonna get is wrong. So even
Yeah.
if we say it's spoilers, maybe not.
Yeah.
It might not be
His
accurate. So don't
mission
worry
is